I'm Pam Sawyer, and I'd like to welcome you to a very special interview today. We have with us Mrs. Mary Claus, and we're so thrilled that you came to town today. How did you get here, Mrs. Claus?
Well, the regular way that Santa and I always travel. We came by sleigh and reindeer.
The big sleigh?
No. We took a smaller sleigh. There's several different sizes of the sleighs, you know. They're not all the big one. Only Santa drives the big one. But we took a small sleigh and 2 reindeer, and Santa is off doing some business. I suspect he's at the mall doing some personal shopping for me. I hope it's at the Bath and what's that bath shop?
Bath and Body Shop.
Bath and Body Shop at the mall.
Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I bet he's going to stop at the cookie store too. He always does. But we came in last night. Well, not last night. It was actually the night before. And we were here yesterday because we were visiting some friends, some old friends of mine.
Who?
That Deedly and Doodaloo. They live not too far from here, about a half-hour ride. And so I came in and visited with them, and then Santa was going to go off there, and then I'm here to visit with you. I'm so delighted.
Oh, we're so glad that you were able to make time in this busy schedule. I know you don't get away from the North Pole very often, so we're just so glad to get you here. And, you know, we want the inside scoop about the North Pole. When you come down and you go by somewhere by yourself, you know how to drive a sleigh?
Oh, yes. Maybe 3, maybe 4 years ago now, I decided that I should learn how to drive a sleigh. So Randy, our reindeer wrangler, who takes care of all the reindeer, he's in charge of working with Jed from the sled shed to match the right size sleigh with the right reindeer, personality, temperament, with the driver.
Okay, who's that?
So for me, I always get Clyde.
Oh, who?
Clyde.
Clyde?
Our reindeer Clyde. He is such a darling. He really is. He's gentle. We connect, you know, which is really important, you know. And he doesn't go too fast. Unlike Santa, I think, drives too high, too fast. I almost lost my bonnet. It's like, oh my goodness, you know. But Clyde's really nice. In fact, yesterday when we came in, he wanted to get in before that hurricane comes up here, so we can get back. And we were able to catch one of those, northern vortexes and the high and the low, and, you know, he had that all. So we zipped right in. We had a great tailwind, and he was flying pretty high, right down. So we did well.
Now, I have to ask this, and if it's confidential, I understand, but where do you keep the reindeer when you come to Connecticut? Because people have seen you and you've had wonderful experiences on fire trucks and those types of travel in town. Where are the reindeer?
We call that ground transportation.
Ground.
But when we come in, and it depends on where we are, where we're visiting, when we come here to this location, because we spend a lot of time locally here, we park the reindeer in the sleigh down on Bakersfield, which is down off of Route 6 here. You go,
absolutely.
Down towards Columbia, you take a left onto Fictitious Lane, and it's right down there. It's a nice little area, and we kind of hide the sleigh, and we take the harnesses off the reindeer. And people around here don't know what reindeer look like, so they think they're just white-tailed deer. So they're out in the field there, and if you look, you know, sometimes they look a little different than a white-tailed deer, but
we'll keep our eyes out.
Keep your eyes open.
Now, you know, I heard that a couple of years ago there was a surprise birth up at the North Pole.
Yes. We were so excited.
Yeah?
We have, you know, reindeers are birthing every year, every spring, but 3 years ago now, I think it was 3 years ago, the baby was born.
Yeah.
And it was not the regular color. Reindeer are kind of like a German Shepherd color. They're tan and brown and some black and maybe a little white in there.
Yeah,
but this one was all white. All white.
All.
Pink eyes, pink nose, all white. And it was like, they call it an albino, okay? And like all the reindeer that are born, the elves hold a contest to name the reindeer. And this one was named Snowflake. And her favorite game to play is hide and go seek. She goes out in the field in all the snow and just sort of closes her eyes, hides her nose, and nobody can find her.
White on white.
White on white. She's just gone. But then the very next year.
What happened?
The very next year, her mother was pregnant again, and Snowflake got a baby brother.
I bet she was thrilled.
Oh, she was thrilled. But this one was not white. Nor was it brown like all the others. This one was all black. All black. Black, black, black. The black eyes, the black nose, everything was black. And you know what the reindeer named him?
No.
They named him Coal, after lump of.
Lump of coal.
Lump of coal, yeah. He gets called that a lot. And he doesn't like playing hide and go seek.
Well, he could play in the coal bin, maybe.
He could play in the coal bin, but he is fast. He is fast as lightning. All the reindeer games, all the running ones, he wins. He is just slick fast.
Really?
So, yep. So that's very exciting to have, the black one and the white one. And
So we got Snowflake and coal.
Coal.
I wonder what it'll be next year.
I don't know. But Randy, our reindeer wrangler, he's in charge of all the reindeer. Some people think that we only have the 8 plus Rudolph. We have lots of reindeer. That's our basic mode of transportation all around the village and stuff. And we have lots of reindeer. They use it to pull the sleds with all the supplies and the cargo and moving things from here to there. We use reindeer for that. And Randy is in charge of everything reindeer. Their training, their nutrition, their harnesses and all their equipment, their veterinary concerns.
Sure.
Yep, so he's really good. Santa has got, you're going to love this.
I'm waiting. I can't wait.
Santa has what he calls a herd of unicorns.
No.
Yes, he has a herd of unicorns. I don't know if 3 is a herd, but he thinks it's a herd.
That's pretty
it's
close.
Okay, we'll call it a herd. And we've got, because Santa travels all over the world, all the time, he knows all kinds of little secret places. And one year, he was flying around, and it's down the South Pacific area. He found this little island that was inhabited by unicorns.
No.
Absolutely, it was really great. So he made, he's always making friends. He made friends with the unicorns, and after several years, he asked if any of the unicorns wanted to come up north. And they had 3 that said yes. So the first one was Lolly, okay, and she's beautiful. She's lavender. Oh. She's a lavender one, and she loves cotton candy. Okay, and
who doesn't?
Oh, I know. And the elves have made her a blanket that's silver with gold threads and rickrack on it, and very pretty. And they make them long, the blanket. So when they stand up, it comes to here, but when they lay down, it covers the whole thing, and they can smell.
So they're warm in the North Pole.
They're warm at the North Pole. And they're made the material that they use is spun reindeer fur.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah.
That you have.
Oh, that we have plenty of that. So they make it into thread, and they make a lot of the stuff, so it's very warm. So we have Lolly, and then came her sister, Molly, who is a little bit older than Lolly, and she is pink, and she's quite the diva, let me tell you.
So their personalities are different.
Oh, absolutely. She's, like I say, the diva. She has her nails painted. She has bells and ribbons in her mane.
I love it.
She loves bling. They made her a blanket too.
I like it.
Yep, bling. Got all kinds of bling. She puts glitter in her fur, and it's like, and she likes lollipops. Lollipops. And she doesn't get dirty. She's quite the princess.
That's 2. And
That's
you
2.
said there are 3.
The third one is Paulie. He's our big white male. Oh, he is handsome and strong and just very, very nice, very statuette. He's just, And he has a purple blanket that they've made with gold tassels on it, and he's just wonderful. He eats snow cones. He loves snow cones, and it was like, wow. But Santa is still on the lookout for a rainbow unicorn. He would like to get one up here. But we did have a little problem last year.
What happened?
Well, we had another male that wanted to come up. His name was Ollie. Okay, and Ollie was lime green.
Yeah?
He was lime green, and he came up in April, and he was a little chilly, but so the elves made him a blanket,
Yeah.
And then the knitter elves made him some boots and a hat, and Randy put a little heater in his stall to keep him warm, and he just wasn't catching on to that cold weather.
No, it wasn't his thing.
No, come like November, so he was really like starting to turn blue. He was really getting very cold. So Santa decided he had to go back. Had to go back. So we had a big festival to say goodbye to him. And
now you brought your basket.
Oh, let me tell you about that.
What?
Oh gosh, yes.
What?
Oh wait, I'm so excited. I'm surprised at how many people don't know that much about unicorns. I mean, they think they do, but unicorns, like well, you know, they've got the big horn. Yeah, everybody knows that. Okay, but like children, they grow a smaller horn first. Okay, it gets to be about that big, and then it drops off, and then they grow their adult horn, right? Well, yeah, isn't it cool? So I took it off our mantle. I put it in this box here.
Oh, that's a wonderful box.
Wait till you see this box. Look at this. Opens like this, opens like this.
Oh, my goodness.
And there is Paulie's baby unicorn horn. Oh. Now, if you touch it, one finger, and just run your finger down there, and it has magical powers, as we know, unicorn horn, and make a wish, and it might even come true.
Got it.
Isn't that great?
Oh, I love it.
This box is
I touched a unicorn? I touched a unicorn horn?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this box it's 150 years old, and it was made special to hold all our special treasures, like a unicorn horn.
That's a beautiful, beautiful.
Isn't that great?
Specimen.
Oh, we'd love that. We'd love that.
Real unicorn
horn.
Yeah,
so we have a real unicorn horn. So now Randy is in charge of the unicorns. Okay.
Even though he's a reindeer wrangler.
Yep, but we didn't have a unicorn wrangler. So he took that responsibility on.
Do both, okay.
Yep, and he's doing really good. Randy thinks, I don't know, he thinks he can get the unicorns to fly. Okay?
Well, we'll see about that, right?
Wait, what's that?
You'll see about that.
Well, he's working on it. He thinks with the right training and the right nutrition that, and so far not so good, but he's working on that to see if he can get the unicorns to fly. So wouldn't that be cool?
But I just love the fact that they grant wishes. I mean, it's just terrific.
Right. I mean, it's like, so it's a perfect melding up at the North Pole to have that.
So I've got Mrs. Claus here with us today, Mrs. Mary Claus, M-E-R-R-Y.
Yep.
Okay, spelled correctly, Mrs. Mary Claus.
With 2 R's, yep.
2 R's, who knows how to bake, and you are known around the world as a baker. Do you have help?
Oh, of course. Holly is my kitchen elf. She's my #1 in charge when I'm off doing things like this. She's in charge. And she has assistants. She's got Duncan, Crocker, and Swanson that help her out to make all the meals, because there's a lot of elves that need to be fed every day.
Feed them, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we feed them every day. There's a big dining hall. Mm-hmm. You familiar with Hogwarts, the movie?
Harry Potter, Hogwarts.
There you go.
Dining room.
And
oh, yes.
You know their dining room with the big tables? The lodge looks very similar to that. Oh. And the way it's all set up, Santa and I sit up here, and all the benches are down there, and the elves all come in from the back, and on that wall, it's just a big blank wall, and that's where Santa puts all the pictures that the children draw, and they send him with their wish list. Oh. He puts them up on that wall so that when the elves come in, that they can see them, and he shares them with everybody. And they just all the elves just love to see what's new up on the wall.
All the drawings that get sent up.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. So
now tell me, we know about elves, right? We've seen them in movies, we've seen them in books, we've seen them on TV. What?
People don't, I love this. I'm so glad that I came, because I can tell you firsthand what's going on there. Because the North Pole, Santa's Village, is not a tourist place.
No.
This is not Disneyland. This is not Lake Compounce. It is a working workshop.
Right.
Okay? And so we don't have tours.
No.
We don't give tours. People don't come up there. And so they write all these stories and movies and books. And it's like, you know what fiction is?
I do.
Some of it is fiction and some of it is real. And sometimes it just gets mixed up, you know, as to what parts are what parts. So I'm here to tell you what the scoop is. And you talk about the elves, right?
Yeah.
We have 3 kinds of elves up at the North Pole.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, the kind of elves that everybody thinks of is those little 4-foot-high elves with the pointed ears. And there are working elves. Oh my gosh, they love to work. They don't like to take vacation. They just work, work,
So
work.
toy makers, carpentry, painters.
Oh, well, no. These are the
I
toy
got that
makers.
wrong.
These are the toy makers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they make all the toys and stuff. And then we have the taller elves that are maybe 5 to 7 feet tall, and they have round ears. Okay, they don't have the pointed ears, they have round ears, and they're more social. Okay, so when we go out visiting places, we'll often take some of the taller, round-eared elves because they like to visit and stuff, and they run mostly the rest of the village.
Got it.
Because it's a whole village, and we've got, you know, electricians and painters and storekeepers, and we have a movie house, and we have a butcher, a baker, a candy cane maker. They do all that sort of thing. So all the toys are made by elves, but all elves don't make toys.
So that was 2 types of elves.
Oh, yes, and then the third elf, which most people know about, is the elf on the shelf.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
The elf on the shelf, he's small, but he's the only elf that flies. Okay, and children know about this. You don't touch him because he'll lose his magical power.
Right.
And he flies. He sits in one spot all day long, and watches the family, and then at night he flies back to the North Pole. And after supper, he reports. When Santa and I are working on the naughty and nice list, he comes in and report. Add that to the list, and it's like, there you go. So, so there's the three kinds of elves.
Oh,
well, I know. I think
you have so much to take care of. Now, you did talk about holly and baking. What's Santa's favorite cookie?
He'll eat any kind of cookie.
Okay, that's important to know. Any.
He'll eat any kind of cookie.
He's a cookie.
He's never met a cookie he doesn't like.
Friend of the cookies.
Yep, but he likes chocolate chip. Chocolate chip cookies are really, I think, his favorite.
But what's yours?
Mine? Oh, people don't usually ask me that.
Well, you're my guest today. Oh, I know.
And I'd love it if children would leave one. Well, I think they have left them for me, and
they don't get home.
They don't make it all the way back to the North Pole. But I like those little sugar cookies that are made like Christmas trees or, you know, angels, and then you put that, and then you put all the sprinklies on them. Oh, they are so beautiful. I mean, with all that sprinkly, it's just a thing of beauty. I just love them.
So just share one more secret about Santa. Besides cookies, what else does he like that you make?
Well, on very
something.
Special occasions.
Can you tell people?
I can tell you.
Okay.
Well, partly. He loves my candy cane pie. He loves my candy cane pie. I can't tell you what's in it.
Why?
Because that's the secret. That's proprietary information, and we have special things that we just don't give out, because then everybody would make it, and it wouldn't be my specialty. But candy cane pie.
Candy cane pie. Okay.
Very, very good.
We'll remember this one.
Yeah.
So, you know, there have been different books out, and I see that we have your very special Mrs. Claus Takes a Vacation, and I need to know, what's your favorite part of taking a vacation?
I think my favorite part of taking a vacation is coming home. Okay? I love going. I love planning it. I have a great time. Clyde's the reindeer that I always take. But after I'm gone for a while, I start missing Santa, and it's time to go home. So coming home is really special.
What season of the year do you take your vacation?
I usually take it like August, and I have come down this way. I was at Cape Cod on the beach.
I know where that is.
Yeah, that's not too far from here, really.
Did anybody recognize you?
I don't think so. I had my sunglasses on. I was laying on my little beach blanket, and I had my...
Is it a red and white beach blanket?
Actually, I think that was a blue and white one.
That's secret.
And I have my one-piece bathing suit. It's white, and my sunglasses on, and I was just enjoying the sound of the sea. We don't have much noise like the ocean up at the North Pole.
Too frozen.
Too frozen.
Too frozen.
But we do have ice fishing up at the North Pole. Oh, yeah.
Well, that makes sense,
I guess. Of course. And we have an ice fishing instructor who instructs all the younger elves on how to ice fish. His name is Spud. And he lines up tip-ups and jigs and the bait and all that sort of thing. And we do a lot of ice fishing.
When you go out and about with Santa, do kids sit on your lap too?
Oh, yes. One of my favorite stories.
Yeah?
Is Santa going to see this? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Well, he was there. We were at the little library.
He was there.
He was there. I never told him how much I love this story.
He doesn't remember.
I was at the little library here, and Santa and the way it worked was they bring in kids about 20 at a time, and they sit them on the floor, and then they have what I call the paparazzi, all the parents and grandparents in the back with all the cameras and stuff, And Santa and I are just jibber-jabbering about life at the North Pole and things like that. And all of a sudden, I see this little girl. She must have been about 6 years old. She's got an envelope in her hand, and she is walking among all the kids on a mission.
She's ready.
You know,
She's going right in. Right in.
Yep. She didn't care that we were talking, that the kids were. She was going right to the front.
She was focused.
Focused. She comes up to me and says, "This is for you, Mrs. Claus." And I open the envelope, and there it says it's addressed to Mrs. Claus. She says, "This is my Christmas list because I know you do the shopping." He's just a delivery boy. I do the shopping. And I do have a lot of input into the naughty and nice list. I mean, Santa, we discuss everything, like any married couple.
Right.
Yeah.
How many suits does Santa have? Because we see him in red, and we see him with his amazing big buckle, his black boots, his gloves.
Yep. Yeah. Well, like lots of men, he has one suit that he really likes. I mean, it's just comfortable, blah, blah, blah.
It fits him the best?
It fits him the best, it's comfortable, and he wears that.
That's his favorite.
Until it's just worn, the knees are worn out. And it gets
He's got to bend down and put all the toys under the tree.
Well, coming down that chimney, I mean, they get all dirty, and you know who's got to clean his suits, So
yeah.
Well, yeah, so we got special cleaner for that. And
so your beautiful bag, has some bells, which I'm not surprised about, but then there are keys hanging off your basket.
Oh, well, yeah. These are my...
They're big keys.
Well, they're old keys. They're very old. This one here, let's see, is for the cookie cabinet. I have to keep that locked. And this one is for the pie pantry. And this one is for the candy cane cabinet.
Now we have candy cane pie, so you have to protect the candy canes. A few for the pies.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few.
Well, everybody at the North Pole likes candy canes. I mean, that's just a staple. It's one of the major food groups.
Well, I see that Santa and Mrs. Claus are known for candy canes. Where do they make them?
Up in the North Pole, we make them.
They do?
Yeah. Well, there's other places that make them, but we make lots of candy canes. We have a candy cane maker. And that's... It's really a kitchen area where all they do is make candy canes. But you know what?
Is it sticky?
Oh, yeah, sticky. Oh, yeah, sticky. But that's okay. But you know what else we have? Another quick one here is people also think, oh, I could talk about all the stuff at the North Pole that I'm surprised that people don't know. They think that we have one workshop. And we started out with one workshop.
Right, makes toys.
And we called it the workshop, right?
Right.
And then it grew, so we went workshop 2.
Because there's so many.
And then workshop, so many
requests?
kids. Yes. So, and then by the time we got to 3, one of the little elves tinsel. She said, Santa, you go all over the world visiting all these different countries, and we should name the workshops after all the countries that you visit. And Santa thought that was a great idea. So we have the England workshop, we have the Mexico workshop, we have the Taiwan workshop, the China workshop, the USA workshop, of course, the Canada workshop, and they all specialize in different things, and the elves that work in them are so proud of their work that they take these little stickers, and on the bottom of their toys that they make, they put made in China, made in Taiwan, made in the USA, whatever workshop it was made in, they put these little stickers on the bottom. I mean, it's like...
Thinking of everything.
Yeah, so we do have a specialty workshop for
What?
dolls. Just dolls.
Just dolls.
Yep, just dolls. It has Barbie doll with the Barbie Dream House, and we've got My Little Ponies in there, and American Girl dolls with accessories.
Accessories.
Yeah, don't forget the accessories, absolutely. And then we have a workshop that specializes in the Legos.
Oh, we know about Legos.
The big Legos. Have you seen the big Legos and the little ones and Star Wars Legos and Harry Potter Legos? This whole big workshop is just Legos. We get a lot of requests for Legos.
Is there a Lego Santa up there? Somebody must have put together a Lego Santa.
Oh, yeah.
And Mrs.
Yeah,
Claus.
we do. They do, actually. It's in the lobby. It's in the lobby.
In the lobby, when the elves come in, they can giggle on their way in.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my
punch his little
goodness.
belly.
So when you are dealing with post-Christmas now, it's a big deal to get ready for Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. When do you start planning for next year's Christmas?
Probably the first week of January. We take that week in between is our Holly Jolly Festival. And that's when we just celebrate, and everybody's playing, we do sleigh rides, and it's just a big festival, a big party. And yeah, and so then we start, and they start with the engineers. They're engineering, the toy engineers, the new toys, figuring out what new toys. And we could start pretty much on the regular toys. I mean, there's certain toys that have been going on and on. Etch-a-Sketch still being asked for, My Little Pony, Slinkies, hula hoops.
Oh my goodness.
All those toys are still being asked for, so we can start those right away. The new toys, they have to be tested and designed and get all the things that they need for them, all the materials, the raw materials. So yeah, but we start right after the festival.
It's just a miracle.
It works. We've got it pretty well down.
I see your beautiful necklace.
This was given to me by Rudolph for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, he had the elves make it for me.
Oh.
And I wear it on special occasions when I go out, like places like this.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh.
I am grateful that you were able to take this time away, because I know we look at the Christmas season coming up, and it gets very hectic, and we know that you have to go back to the North Pole very soon, and you have to go to Bakersfield and grab your
the sleigh and
sleigh, and carefully, not too fast, save the bonnet. It's very important.
Yep.
And say hi to all the elves. So I'd like to say a very special thank you for those of us in this area for when Santa comes, but that you came to visit us today and share some of the great inside features of the North Pole. Oh, good.
And I hope you like the gift that Santa's got planned for you this year.
Can you tell me what?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. But he's got a special gift for you this year.
Oh, I can't wait. It's so good, so good. I'd like to say thank you to everybody, and we're wishing you a very Merry Christmas. Thank you, Mrs. Claus.
Thank you. It's been a delight.
And thank you all for joining us today.